Now, the Holy Spirit is the earnest of our inheritance. Let's consider these verses. Ephesians 1:14, which is the earnest of our inheritance until the redemption of the purchased possession unto the praise of his glory. 2 Corinthians 1:22, who had also sealed us and given us the earnest of the Spirit in our hearts. 2 Corinthians 5:5, now he that had wrought us for the self-same thing is God, who also has given unto us the earnest of the Spirit. Earnest, earnest. When you look up the word earnest in the Hebrew version, it means an earnest money, a large part of the payment given in advance as a security that the whole will be paid afterwards. So let's use this scenario to explain it. You want to buy a plot of land, 60 feet by 120 feet, and it costs 2 million naira. You don't have all the money. You have 1.7 million naira. So you pay it as part payment, deposit, guarantee, that in 2 months you will pay the balance of 300,000 naira. So you sign an agreement with the seller. Because of your part payment, can the seller deny and say that you have no interest in the land? Can he deny and say that he does not know you? Can he deny and say that he has no business with you? Another scenario, you want to buy tomatoes worth 2,000 naira from a woman in the market. You check your purse. What you find there is 1,500 naira. So you tell her, Madam Abeg, pack take this 1,500. I don't have enough cash with me. Let me use POS beside you. Then I'll give you your balance. So you give her the money, leave and return. Can the woman deny and say that you have no interest in the tomatoes? Can she say that she does not know you? Can she say that she has never met you? Now, here's an interesting story that explains this term, earnest of our inheritance, well. Judah had a wife and 3 sons. The first son married a woman named Tamar. Now, the first son was wicked, so God killed him. Now, according to the culture of wife inheritance, Tamar, the dead man's wife, was given to the younger brother of the dead man so that they could have children that would be ascribed to the first son, the dead son. Now, when the second son and Tamar were having intercourse, because he did not want to have children that would be ascribed to his elder brother, the dead son, he poured the sperm on the floor. What he did displeased God, so God killed him. When Judah saw this, Judah was scared. Then Judah told Tamar to go back to her father's house and wait, that while Shelah, the third son, is grown, she'll be given to him as a wife. Sincerely, Judah had no intentions of fulfilling what he said. He had no intentions because he was scared that the third child will also die. Now, Shelah grew up, but Tamar was not called to be his wife. Then Judah's wife died. Now, when Tamar saw that she had been deceived, she disguised to be a prostitute and went to sit down by the roadside on a road that she knew her father-in-law was going to pass. Now, when Judah came along, he saw a prostitute and wanted her services. So Tamar said, "What will you give me?" Then he said, "I'll send someone to give you a kid, a young goat, among my flock." Then she said, "What pledge will you give me, pending the time when you bring this kid?" Then he said, "What pledge do you want?" Then she said, "I want your signet, your bracelet, and your staff." So he removed his signet, he removed his bracelet, he took his staff and gave them to her. So they had intercourse. Now, the sperm did not go this way, la la la, that way, la la la, this way, la la la, that way, go mba. it swam directly and fertilized her egg. And she became pregnant. Then Judah got up and left. Tamar got up and left and changed back to her usual clothes. Then Judah sent someone to go and give her the kid. The person got there and did not find her. The person even asked from the people in that place, and they said there was never a prostitute here. So he went to deliver the message to Judah. And Judah was like, let her keep the items so that we will not be disrespected, so that people will not ridicule us for being fraudulent. Now, after 3 months, it was obvious that she was pregnant. Then someone told Judah and said, your daughter-in-law is pregnant from prostitution. Do you know what Judah said? Bring her, let her be burnt. So they brought Tamar out to burn her to death. Then she sent someone to give Judah the signet, the bracelet, and the staff, and said, the man who owns these items is the one that impregnated me. Look at them and figure out who owns them. When Judah saw the items, he acknowledged the items and said, Tamar is more righteous than him. So she was no longer burnt. Now, even though this story doesn't have the perfect circumstance, there are significant parts of it screaming in correlation to what God did for us. The signet, the bracelet, and the staff were a pledge. It was proof of transaction. It meant that Judah could not deny that they had no business together. Just as Judah gave Tamar his signet, bracelet, and staff, the Holy Spirit is the pledge that God gave to us.